Well, through different swaps, I have received a lot of nice tags, and I have them in some journals, and some of them I have put away, and I wanted to find a little way to display my tags that maybe are a little more unique than others. And so I've been on this kick of doing things with recycled materials. So this particular journal I did with just cardboard. Actually, it's just this kind of cardboard, and I used various thicknesses for it. Then I also have a nice little collection of napkins. So I thought, well, why not incorporate those two? And that's what I did. So I'll show you what I've gotten done on this. It starts off with my peacock napkin. A lot of you that are in our groups know that I'm very fond of my peacocks. So what I did is I just basically glued it down and put a coat of the amber shellac that I like to work with. Here is, this is the shellac that I like to use. Costs about $11 and it lasts forever. You can get it at any hardware store or Home Depot and Lowe's. But anyway, so that's what I did here. And then these are the tags. Most of these tags came from Truddi. She makes these neat tags that she makes with cloth and with paper. And they're so pretty. And you know, you almost have to feel these to completely appreciate how much work she put into them, and you know, the various levels of materials that she has. It's really pretty. But anyway, I did the cardboard. One side I put the napkin. The other side I just put some pattern paper from Patterns, the tissue paper. And then I just made little hooks from paper clips. And so on one side I have the napkins. Here's another napkin that I have. Again, just glued down and the shellac on it. And here is another one of her beautiful tags. The cloth in the back. And another napkin. And another one of her tags. And another napkin. Now this isn't one of her tags. Somebody had given this to me quite a while back. But it also had the paper and it feels like some fabric in there. So I thought I'd incorporate it here in this grouping. Another napkin. Another one of her tags. And this was given to me a long time ago, and I just liked the feel of it. It seemed a little nostalgic and old-fashioned, so I included it also in here. And it didn't have a name. Now I'm learning why it's so important. Anything you gift to somebody, it's important for us to put our names, because time passes, they get taken out of the envelopes, and then we forget who they came from if they aren't signed. This is another one of Truddi's. And I thought this was cute. This was in one of our DeConstructed Art Journal swaps. We were doing, I think this was just plain dress forms that was included in there. And this is another one that Truddi made. And I just glued it down to make it a little pocket. And that is it. And it serves its purpose. It's recycling. And I like it. Now, I know the next question is going to be how I put this all together, because that's usually is the next question. So instead of having to backtrack and explain, I will do it right now and explain to you how I did this real quickly because it's just super, super easy. I'm in the process of making another one of the napkins that are the cocktail napkins. So I put these on, I just recycled the packaging from the priority boxes that we get, things get sent to us. So that's what these are put on. So it's a lot thinner. But I put the napkins on each side, and then all I do is, I'm using a hot glue gun, but some people like to use other types of glues, whatever works for you. But then I just get scraps of different kinds of threads, excuse me, not threads, ribbons that I have, and trims, and just create the hinge for each one. And I'll show you. Oh, I forgot to plug in my glue gun, so I will have to be right back. Okay, my glue gun has been heating up, and this is basically all you do, is put a little dab of your glue. Try not to burn yourself like I've done it 100 times already. And when you put the glue, try to get it as much to the edge as possible, or else the hinge will be kind of a little wonky and flappy instead of secure. I made that mistake already. I thought, what is going on? Well, because the glue wasn't close enough to the edge. And when I say the edge, I mean the center edge. You can have it down as far as you want. But when it comes to this edge right here, get as close as possible. Okay. And then you can always trim this because you haven't put the glue all the way across. You just put it in the center part. And if I can find my scissors, which, can't find the ones I'm looking for, but oh well. There you go. Now let's find the back. Alrighty. Let's see, this is the front and the back. And now we'll put a hinge to keep that all nice together. Make sure it's to the edge again. Save the fingers. Okay. And one up here. Put a little bit lower so it won't cover up the writing. And then I put a small bead across here. Very lightly, just to give it a little bit of a stickiness. And then the back. Again, try to get it close to the edge. Okay. And that will do it. On a larger one, you could put 3 like I did on here because of the span. If you don't put at least 3 on a larger one like this, it gets a little wonky. But this keeps it very, very secure. And so, just dry it, and then you have your pages all ready to go. Alright, okay. So I hope I inspired you to do some recycling, use your cardboard, use your napkins, use tags, use up spare pieces of trim and lace. And oh, another thing I tried doing, it kind of worked out, kind of didn't, was making these tags with the cardboard. What I did is I traced out a design, then with the X-Acto knife I cut it out and lifted it up to give it somewhat of a, it kind of works, kind of doesn't, I don't know. But it was my first one, so it's a work in progress. And then in the back I had some leaves I had collected this past fall, and I put them in between some tissue paper and then glued one back here, and but it's something to start off with, and maybe that it can inspire you to do something a little bit better than what I did. Alrighty, you guys, have fun.